YouTubers, JitterEye here. Today I'm going to show you guys my sniper slash recon loadouts in Battlefield 4, and I'm going to talk a bit about them. So first of all, I'm going to show you guys what equipment I use. I'll usually go for the spawn beacon in the C4, as I like being able to choose my own spawns, as well as being able to take out enemy vehicles. However, sometimes I replace the spawn beacon with the claymore if I know that I'm going to lock down like an area crawling with enemies. For the nades, I always go for the minis, as I like having like 3 grenades that can be thrown really far. And what knife you choose is really not important. I don't even have a favorite knife. And for the field upgrade, I really like the defensive one. I think it reduces flinch and stuff like that, which is great when you're trying to snipe people. Now next up is the secondaries I use, and when it comes to the secondary weapons, I must admit that I don't really have one that I stick to or prefer with the others. And in my opinion, the first 4 secondaries that are available are all great. Now, the way I look upon it, the secondary can play one of 2 roles. The first role is being able to eliminate an enemy with full health. Now, if this is what you want your secondary to be able to do, I would pick one of the first 4 pistols or the M1911. The other role a secondary can play, at least the way I see it, is being able to finish off an already damaged player as fast as possible. And if this is what you want your secondary to be able to do, I would pick either the 44 Magnum or the Shorty 12G. Now, if I had to recommend one secondary, if I had to pick a favorite, I would probably choose the Shorty 12G, as it kinda possesses the ability to play both secondary roles. It can take out a damaged player within a fair distance in one shot, and it can also kill a player with full health in 1 or 2 shots, again within a fair distance. So now we're finally at the interesting part, the snipers. So I have 4 sniper setups overall, 1 for close to mid-range combat, 2 for close to long-range combat, and 1 for long to extreme long-range combat. So the first setup I'm going to show you guys is my Scout Elite setup. This is the setup I use for close to mid-range engagements. I'll usually go with the ACOG side, the 7x zoom scope, or the 8x zoom scope on this weapon. As the accessory, I almost always go for the laser side, and for the auxiliary, I use the straight pull bolt. I don't use anything on the barrel except maybe a silencer now and then when I play hardcore. Now, the Scout Elite is a really efficient weapon when engaging enemies head on. It has a high fire rate of 63 rounds per minute, a high muzzle velocity of 640 meters per second, and a pretty low hip fire spread, which is great for no-scoping. Now, the downside to it is that it has a pretty low end damage, a small magazine size, and when not using it in like hardcore, it really feels kind of weak compared to the other snipers. Still, it's a great sniper, and overall it really fits the close quarter sniper role, and for hardcore it's absolutely amazing. So the first of the close to long range sniper rifles is the SV98, and this is the one I find the best at close to mid-range engagement of the 2. For the SV98 I always go for the default 7x zoom scope, the laser sight for those close range no scopes, and the straight pull bolt. I don't use anything on the barrel, as I don't feel any of the barrel attachments adds to its efficiency. Now, the SV98 is a pretty strange weapon when looking at the stats of it. It doesn't really stand out in any aspects except for like the decent hipfire spread stats, and when only looking at the stats, the 338 Recon actually looks like a better choice, but I just really like the feel of the SV98. And when you're going to play aggressively with the sniper, the feel of the sniper, the feel of aiming down the side, the feeling of reloading really matters. And even though the stats aren't amazing, they aren't terrible either. So I would definitely recommend you guys trying it out if you haven't. Now next up we have the M48-5, which is the best of the 2 close to long range snipers for mid to long range engagements. On the M40 I usually go for either the 7 or 8x zoom scope, the laser sight yet again for better no-scoping, and the straight pull bolt as the auxiliary attachment. Sometimes I might equip a silencer in hardcore, but usually I'll use no barrel attachments on the M40. Now the M40 is an amazing sniper, it's my favorite in the game, and I think I have like over 1,000 kills with it, making it my most used weapon in Battlefield 4. The M40 features a nice fire rate of 60 rounds per minute, a decent bullet drop, a fast reload time, and overall I really like the feel of it. Now the muzzle velocity is pretty low at 480 meters per second, and the max distance isn't amazing. Still, I find it very efficient, and I have had like no problem hitting targets even at very long range. Definitely try this one out. If I had to recommend one sniper to you guys, this would be it. It's my favorite, and I feel it's almost usable in all situations. Now finally, for the very long range engagements, we have the SR61, aka the Intervention. When using the Intervention, I can go with two loadouts, one for long to extreme long range and one only for extreme long range. The first one for long to extreme long range is using the 8x zoom scope, the laser sight, and the straight pull bolt. This makes it possible to also use this one for mid and even, if necessary, close range combat. For the second SRR61 setup, I'm using the ballistic 40x zoom scope, though I guess like the Hunter 20x zoom scope would be very capable as well. As the accessory, I use the rangefinder, and the auxiliary attachment is the bipod. And on this sniper setup, I actually use a barrel attachment, as there are no downsides to it. When firing this slowly, I use the muzzle brake. Now the Intervention is an amazing sniper for long range sniping, as the bullet drop is extremely and unrealistically low. The muzzle velocity is also high at 620 meters per second, just like the max distance and the damage drop end. This means that it just really fits the long range engagements, and it even works at like mid-range engagements, though if fire rate is essential and reload time important, it pretty much sucks. So it's pretty ineffective for aggressive play, but at long range it's pretty much undefeatable. So that was pretty much it. I hope that you've enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like. If you didn't, drop a dislike, and be sure to post a comment if you have any questions, or if you want to let me know what snipers you're using. I would like to hear that. Anyways, have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.